gave it was right away right away my morning. Um, they gave the students their law test, the final one before you can get do your boards and all that stuff. Well, the professor wanted to see what this chat AI or GI, whatever that is, all about. And so he gave the test to the thing and it scored a C.
It scored a
C.
C. Okay.
Wow.
It's
So in other words, don't just cheat.
Well,
and that was what they were checking to see if kids could actually cheat and pass their tests using the stuff.
Well, I suppose one way that it could be, I mean, I was looking at it and you could use it for, like, for example, I've got an app that helps me like with putting together posts, and it has an idea on what I should be posting about, and I copy it, and then I have a look at it and think, how can I make it mine, you know, because the way it's written isn't necessarily the way I would communicate. So I just sort of change it to suit me. Yeah. And I think that's really what these really, I mean, that what I would think is most of these things are tools for us to use in a way. Yeah. You know, to help us.
Yeah, no.
That was just a really interesting article.
It would be. Actually, Mary, I was trying to contact you last week, but I couldn't. I went through your website and I got a message to say try something else, and I was trying to contact you.
Well, I was updating it, but yeah, no, I was. Facebook's the easiest way to get a hold of me, but I was in continuing ed all week last week.
You were what? Sorry.
Continuing education for my recertifications for all my stuff.
Okay. No problems. Facebook. Okay.
Let's just give it a few more minutes, guys, as normal, just waiting on. Welcome, everybody, to the Fred show, I suppose it is today. We haven't heard from Brenda, so I'm not sure what's going on.
I'll help you out, Fred.
That's okay.
We'll do it together. We'll stand in for
helping me out.
I don't know how much help I will be, but I am here.
I got a dog barking in the background, so it's interesting. Good day. But yeah, I mean, with the chat GPT stuff, it's like it's flavor of the month. It's everywhere at the moment. Everybody's talking about it, getting a lot of press. But it's still only a research tool. You know, it's not going to replace content totally. Although I'm still, you know, quite happy with some of the stuff I get out of it when I'm doing testing.
You want to hear something that I heard today, Fred?
Of course.
Super interesting. Never really thought of this. I was on a training for something else, but I got the time wrong, so I came in right at the end. But they were talking about chat GPT or whatever the letters are, and so the person that was hosting the video is releasing a book. Just released a book, and he wants it. He speaks more than one language, so he actually tested it out, and he used it to translate he's a natural Spanish speaker, but you know, in the room obviously was speaking English, but he said he wrote it in English, and so he put it in Spanish, and he said it was almost perfect. It translated the whole book for him.
I like that. That's pretty amazing, because it's not just like taking each word and changing it to a Spanish word. It's actually changing the conversation in it, isn't it? Like the flow of the context of whatever the paragraph is. So,
which I was amazed, and he even said himself, he said because he was a natural Spanish speaker, he knew whether it was right or wrong, but he said it was very spot on. So he's got like 6 other partners that all speak different language, or people to partner with him, he's going to translate it, give them the manuscript in that language, and then have them look at it to make sure that it makes sense. But he said it was just truly incredible.
And I'll do a bit of blatant self-promotion. We've got another class going on at this weekend. Friday your time, Sherry, Saturday our time. So same as the last session. But the price has gone up. So it's no longer $7. It's now $20.23. Because the year is 2023.
Still good value.
To that to you, Ray. Sorry, I didn't mean to upset you that much.
Talk about inflation.
Yeah, I know.
Overnight.
Yeah, it's rampant.
Happens.
Everyone's all quiet on the Western Front, isn't it?
But you want to take the reins, Sherry?
No.
What would you like me to do?
Well, actually, I will take the reins.
We're here at CNP.
I'll take the reins for a little bit. On that GPT chat thing, a guy in Melbourne got someone to write a song, and the chat wrote the song, a humorous song, and then he sung it. You know, so you can do it. You're limited by your creative imagination, but it's a good tool to, if you know something really good about a subject, that you can tweak it to suit your own flavour. You know, it's pretty interesting.
That's very fascinating.
I'm not sure what's happening with Mary's
on her
video
thing, Mary, you look like Jason from Halloween.
She's got to.
I was about to say something there.
Yeah, I was just going to say, just as well you added that bit.
I'm just not sure what's happening here. I'm like, I don't know if I should be afraid or accused or. She's hiding. Oh, that's all right. I guess she disappeared. I couldn't tell if she was froze or if she had something on. That's all right. Sorry. Hopefully I didn't chase her off. Nah, she knows me well enough to know I was teasing. Anyway, okay, so we are here on Monday. I'm gonna pop in here and have everybody introduce themselves. Tell us who you are and how you serve, and who is going to be a really good referral partner for you. Not your ideal client, but somebody that we can connect you to that will do that for you by providing the right partnership. And we'll make Jason go first.
Oh, no, I'm multitasking. I'm trying to find one. Oh, here we go. Jason Wilmson for Be Connected World. I'm a business community builder. Help business owners around the world, just like you, increase your profile and productivity and connect you with over 2,000 members who want to do business with you. Be Connected World community consists of 150 online networking events a year, community directory, radio, and magazine, and has members on every continent. Looking to be connected this week with business owners that are looking at generating an interest-free line of credit.
Well, nice. Can't beat that, right?
Yeah.
Let's go. Okay, how about you, Ray? You go next.
Yeah, hi, good morning, everyone. Ray Crittaway from raycrittaway.com. Across the ditch here in a nice sunny day in Invercargill. It's certainly not like Auckland, which has been devastated with the rain. I'm an advocate for New Skin Enterprises, and I like a lot with the beauty devices, which you can see a couple in that little photo. And these products really work, and if you want to look 10 years younger in 10 minutes, they're worth giving a try. And it works on men as well, because they have skin. Some of them think that they don't, but they do, even if it's a bit thick at times. Anyway, never mind, Nobby, don't shake your head and now you can go like that and nod and up and down. It's good. So I'd like to work with people who want to look good, feel great, and perform well. And you can do that by improve your appearance and make you feel good about yourself. And an ideal referral for me is a beauty salon, rather, business owner or professional makeup artist. So Ray Treadaway from raytreadaway.com, across the ditch.
Thank you so much. Okay, Helen, can you go next? Oh, there you go.
Hi, thanks. My name is Helen and I'm from Keep Connected. I'm a software developer. I help business owners put all their contacts and customer details in the one place and all their dealings with those people. And I do that with an uncomplicated customer management system that I developed, and it costs $220 per year. My ideal referral would be business coaches that come across people that are looking for a way to manage their contacts and, don't want to use what's out there because they're too complicated or too overwhelming for them. They want something simpler.
Nice. All right, sounds great. Okay, I think Nabi, you are up next.
I was just thinking about a bucket of new skin for Ray.
Time's up. Okay.
Yep, next. So my name's Nobby Kleiman. I'm in Melbourne, across the ditch from the other ditch. And I show people how to manage their money, eliminate their debt in less time, create their future wealth just on their current income. And the ideal people to meet would be CEOs of companies or financial controllers of companies. And the program was mainly created for women. So I'm looking to meet women, and I have a meeting with one at 10 o'clock, so I won't be here all the time.
Does your wife know?
Who?
Yep.
Always a kidder. All right, we're going to go to Fred next.
How can I follow that? Like his wife knows. I don't know.
That's
anyway.
right, move on.
Yeah, okay, enough. Everybody knows me here, but for the benefit of the recording, I'm Fred Gillen. I run a digital agency called More Marketing Ideas, and I help small business owners get seen online. And I do that by offering strategy sessions initially, and they start at $20.23 because the year is 2023.
Sweet. Thank you, Fred. And by the way, do put your information and your contact information in the chat, please. Next, we are going to go to Sue Coleman, who is a wow warrior for 2023. Sorry, I had to do that.
Who's trying desperately to book an appointment to do a chat with you, but it's just, we'll have to find a time. So who am I? Well, my name is Sue Coleman. I like to help people accelerate their sales. So what I love to do is work with sales professionals, coaches, network marketers, people who like to do a lot of online networking, but find that they're not very profitable at it, or they're not in the right groups, or they're just not generating income from all these connections they're making. So I'm inviting people to take a 45-minute strategy session so we can talk about what they're doing, what's working, what's not working, and come up with some ideas on how they can generate leads, turn the leads into prospects, and hopefully turn those prospects into sales. So that's me, Sue Coleman, here in Canada.
Thank you. We got Canada, Australia, New Zealand, US. Anybody else somewhere I missed? So global today. I know that Mary. Nah, you're fine. You're fine. Mary, are you able to speak?
Yeah, I just had my muted. Can you hear me?
Yep, can.
All right. Everything's working for now. I am Mary from Optimize My Life Live Talk Radio, and we are a motivational radio show that has different days, different topics, and I am looking for individuals who want to promote what they're doing for either sponsorship or guest on the radio show to, one, promote their business and expand their market, but also to give listeners an insight into other ways they can help themselves.
Awesome. So do you have a specific type of referral partner that you're looking for the show, or a specific type of guest?
No, we're opening up. Like I had a guest on today who is a nutritionist and a award-winning author, and we had such an overwhelming request for her afterwards that we're going to expand the show and actually have a nutrition show. So there's a possibility down the road, depending on what the viewers think, maybe possibly giving you your own slot.
Sweet. Look at you go. Awesome. All right. So got an idea? Toss it out there. That's what Mary's saying.
Exactly.
I am Sherry Leopold. I am the CEO of Option Creators. I help amplify the brands of heart-centered women entrepreneurs by providing a high-level quality media exposure, helping you go farther, faster. I love helping promote women who have a really good product, a service, a coaching business, online courses, whatever it is, but they aren't connected with enough people. I love shining a light on that and helping you stand up and stand out as an unrepeatable miracle that you are. And I do that with my Wow Warrior platform, and it's an honor to shine a light on such incredible women. All right. Now, Fred, what are we doing now?
I'll probably, I just had a thought about it. I'd probably do a quick rundown on Facebook Messenger because you use it, Sherry. I'm using it all the time, so I might just share my screen and we'll go give a quick rundown on the Chrome extension. So probably take a few minutes. Let me just share my screen. Okay, so we're there. So
good on you, Fred, for changing the banner again.
Yeah, well, it's following, the conversation. Yeah, so we'll see.
Sorry if y'all don't know what I'm talking about. You're supposed to change your banner every week. I picked mine out today. I haven't uploaded it yet, but it's going to happen.
So the tool I'm going to talk about, if we go to the normal website, the Community Network Project website, you'll notice that there's a few of the Genius range of suite of products that I have got discounted arrangements with, so we can get special deals on that. And they're all Chrome extensions that do various things. So there's one for a friend connector that allows you to go out and connect friends. That's this little icon up here. There's one that actually sends out invites, and I'm running that at the moment, inviting people to like the Community Network Facebook page. And then there's another one called Genius Connector. There's also one, Genius Maximizer, which if anybody's running a Facebook group, allows you to capture the answers to any questions you ask when people come in and drop them into a spreadsheet. So they're not just sitting in the back end of Facebook. So you can then take them from that and put them into your normal CRM system, whatever it might be. But
and how much is the Genius Maximizer, Fred? Sorry, I'm just going to interrupt you.
What was that?
How much is the Genius Maximizer, the extension?
Normally $45, but for CNP members, it's $15.
Okay. Thank you.
So, and that's the same with each of the modules. And if somebody wanted to, grab all of them, I can work out a deal, because what I've got is I've got a reseller license to them. I buy bulk packs and then on sell them at a reduced rate. But I'm not doing a commercial. I'm just doing it to give tools to the members. So if we open up Genius Connector, it's a little G up here. This is basically what it does. Now, it does a couple of things. One is that it helps you drop your connections into various boxes, and you can do that by giving them colors. So you can see here, I've got JV partners, I've got unfriend. So these are people that I've sent a message to, they haven't responded. So they're now in the unfriend box. So I'm just got to go through and unfriend them. And that helps me clean up my Facebook friends list and get rid of the dead shits, basically. Got new leads. I've got CNP members, right? We've got, as I said, new leads, and there's a whole group of these in here. So you can color code or put people into various boxes and categories. There's also a tag, and a tag is a subset of this. And I use tags predominantly. I don't use labels to track people, but I use the tags predominantly. So if I open the tags, whoops. So you can see here again, it's the same kind of thing. So at the moment, we've got 33 paid members in our community. And I've moved down, I've got tags for people that are interested in products so I can follow up with them as well. But I'll just show you what happens. Every day I send out a message to the Facebook group, our Facebook group, giving them a reminder about these meetings. So, and what I do is I set that up once, but I have to hit the go button just before midnight because it sends it out on a drip feed. So it sends it to each member one, then waits 2 minutes, sends it to the next person, then waits 2 minutes, send it to the next person. So when you get to 200 people, you multiply that by 2, you've got 400 minutes. So the last person gets it, probably 3.5 hours, 4 hours later, whatever it is. So if we open up the broadcast option in here, you can see here that this gives me the results. So it tells me that I sent out 192 and 192 were delivered. Now, the reason it's 192 is that some people opted out of getting the message, the same as you do with subscribing to emails. Some people said, we don't want the message, so take me off the notification list. And we've done that, okay? Now, if I want to create a new broadcast, the first thing we need to do is work out what we're going to broadcast. So you set up what they call a message segment. And if I open up the message segment, you'll actually see quite a few here, right? But if I look at this, Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern with Fred. So that's our Monday Australian meeting. And if I open that up, you'll actually see it's got 2 message segments in here. So that's the content. I usually write those in a notepad and then cut and paste them in. You just put them in this block here and then save it. Now, the reason for the 2 blocks in here is that randomly, each of those messages will go out to a different, these will go out to the person, but it'll be randomized. So one person will get one message, the next person may get another, they may get the same one, but it's randomized. So it's there to prevent you going into Facebook jail. So Facebook doesn't see you sending out the same message repeatedly to a group of people. So that's stage 1 of the process. So you create your messages in here. You can have, I've set up 2, you can have 3, 4 or whatever, and then it'll randomize whatever number you have in here. That's stage 1. Then the next stage is that you set up messaging groups. And again, I've got the same name. So I've got a group to send out a message on Sunday. And if I open this up, it's actually picked up that message segment. So I've told it to send that message segment out to that group. And again, I could have another message segment and it would randomize that as well. So there's lots of stuff you can do with this, but I'm keeping it very simple. I'm just using it to send out reminders for members here. So that's setting up the messages, setting up the group. So it's 3 parts. And then the last thing you need to do is actually go to the broadcast option, right? And we create a broadcast. You could select a tag or a label. I normally select a tag, right? So I'll select the tag, move down to the tag option here. It's like, what tag do I want? I want to send it to CNP Facebook members. So that's the 225 odd members that are in our group that this message will go out to. Oh, and it's drip fed every 2 minutes. Okay, so I just select that. I move down, says, what interval do I want? I usually select 2. You can select any interval you wish, right? And I select a group I want to send it to. And you'll notice here that I've got a group for every day. So Thursdays, that's Thursdays with Sherry, although Sherry's hosting today as well. I've got noon with Fred, so I can send it out to pick up that message that has the words like for that particular day. So it says it's on that day, it's Wednesday, and I send it out. So those messages are all done. I select that, and then I simply hit the send broadcast. And then the system takes over. Your machine needs to be left on. So overnight, I just leave my laptop plugged in and left on, and it sends the message out overnight. If you close it down, because what it does is it goes through and scans your friends list in Facebook once every 2 minutes. And your machine's not on, it can't do that, right?
So if your machine goes to sleep, does that stop it?
Depends on what your sleep mode is. If it's just a screen sleep, no. If it shuts down the hard drive, yes.
So as long as the computer is on,
yeah.
If it's okay.
Yep. Okay. So that's the demo of Messenger CRM. And there's a link on the page where you can access that. If you want to purchase that, what happens is I set you download the Chrome extension, and then I give you your login details. So the Chrome extension, anybody can download from the Chrome store, but you have to log in, and I will pass you the credentials. If you use and user's credentials are just your email and a passcode that I give you. So
and how much did you say it was, Fred?
15 US per month.
A month.
Yeah.
Is there a contract with that?
No. Nope. So it's purely cancel anytime.
If you're running groups,
Fred?
it's definitely worth it, guys. I mean, so I use it. So I'll work with Fred on this. And there's been days where I've just forgot to run it in the morning, and we will get half the amount of people in the room. Yeah. So, you know, like we get lower numbers on a Wednesday morning because we're not going to run it at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. We're not going to annoy the hell out of people. But, you know, we have seen the Tuesday lunchtime one. You know, if we don't run it, we'll get 10 people in the room. If we do run it, we'll get 19, 20 in the room. So it's definitely, if you want to reach out to a group of people for those reminders, it's a fantastic product.
And you can schedule it, right?
You can. I've never done that. I know Fred does. But look, I mean, I'm up early on a Tuesday morning anyway, so I've already run the Tuesday reminders, haven't I, guys? You should have already got it. I know Ray did. He replied. So Ray replies every single time. Doesn't realise. It's automated, mate. Don't reply.
I missed that bit. Sorry, guys. I had a phone call.
No, I just thought I'd cover your ass while you walked away, mate. That's all.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. So if you were talking about scheduling, there's a schedule option in there, so you can.
Yeah. Just saying, because I think if you have something that's recurring like that, it's probably more advantageous to take in a plan time throughout the week is to just set it to run automatically, so you don't have to remember to go in and do it. I mean, if you're going to use an automation tool, it's best to use the automation inside the automation tool. Just saying.
Was that a slap on the hand, was it?
No, I'm just saying. I'm like, if you're going to try to make it easier, don't make it harder by not using it correctly. Well, unless you want to be Sherry. That might be a thing. Just saying. So Fred, can you just show real quick what the pipeline is, or because that's in there as well, and I don't know that I understand that.
When you say pipeline, I haven't looked at that, so I don't understand that.
Stump the teacher.
You're saying there's a pipeline? Oh, yeah, there is actually.
CRM pipeline.
I mean, is that mostly for tracking data? Is that why you would use it that way?
I'll investigate it, Sherry. I can't give you an answer. I'm sorry, I don't know, and I'm not guessing. So I'll investigate it after this call and work out what it is. Right.
Okay. What the CRM you were saying you saw on the thing? Are you able to discuss that yet, Fred?
No, not.
Okay.
Yeah, good one. Thanks. No, we can hang back after the call if you want to.
Oh, okay. Actually, I can't. I got another one at 6.
Yeah, no, I'm sowing seeds out there at the moment because what I'm actually doing is I'm setting up a premium level for CNP, which is going to be a bit more expensive than normal, than what we're charging at the moment, but there's got to be a lot of value in there. So I'm just packaging that together at the moment, and it's by invite only, so it's by application. So, but I haven't really. I've got it in my head, but I haven't put it down on paper yet.
All righty then.
But happy to have a chat.
Brenda, do you want to introduce yourself?
Well, thank you. Hello, everybody. I'm Brenda Marie Sheldrake, your Biz Leads expert at Biz Leads Expert. I help busy entrepreneurs stop wasting time on meetings that don't produce results by showing you how to generate more qualified leads for your business.
And what is a good referral partner for you this day?
My good referral partners are people who are experts in anything that will help entrepreneurs to stay in business because I'm looking for more people for joint ventures to do more master classes. There's a great demand out there. People have a lot of pain points that they don't know how to solve, and you have the answers. And I don't want to have to learn it all. I want to surround myself with people who know it all.
True. There's a lot of wisdom in this here room right now.
And if I could, just because I am so over the moon excited, can I share something that just happened?
Sure.
I just sold my first big ticket $4,000 program just before I came on.
Nice.
Woo woo!
So one-to-one coaching. It's my course, but delivered one-to-one. So she wants one-to-one, and she's going to pay for it.
Good for you.
Nice work. Nice work.
And you're welcome from the gentle shoving nudges from the people within this screen.
Yeah, no accountability partners here, are there?
No.
So yeah, just for any, I don't know if everybody in this room is already a member of Fred's group, of this group, our group, but if you haven't joined this group, that's one of the biggest benefits that I've received, is that I show up and I talk about stuff, and I do the same thing all over the place. I show up and I talk about stuff, but in other locations, I show up and I talk about stuff and they just let me talk about it. Here, Sherry and Fred and Jason say, so what are you going to do? What's next? What's your next step? What have you got to do next? How do you make it into a reality and stop dragging your feet, stop being scared? So if you need that kind of stuff, then this is a place to get it.
We'll kick you up the ass. We don't give a shit.
Yeah, I think she got a couple of kicks last week, but it's okay.
Let's talk in a more.
Meaning we do give a poo. We will help you. I made a rhyme.
Yeah, less talking, more walking. Come on, let's go.
That's it. That's awesome. Walking to the bank.
Yeah.
That's awesome, Brenda. Congratulations.
It is really good.
Does anybody else have a win they want to share, or something that went really well maybe last week that we can start off with some good mojo for everybody to hear? Besides, that was a good one. Mary's got some good ones, obviously, because things are going really well. I would like actually an update, if you don't mind, on the book thing with Amazon, because I don't know that I heard how it went.
It went really good. So next month we're releasing the actual hardcover of the book, and I've given away 25 copies so far. I forgot to promote it after the first day. So 25 copies is good.
That's pretty good for not trying.
I do. A problem is I set my notebook down and I forget where I put it. My husband just told me, go put it in a notebook, keep notes. Problem is my notebook follows me through the house and then I forget where I set it down.
Yeah, that'll happen.
So
This is
the
why
kids will
my
grab it.
Alexa is always talking to me, because I tell her to remind me of stuff all the time. Get on Zoom. Go on StreamYard.
I need to do that. I got Googles everywhere.
Yeah. They're really good at it. They'll remind you of everything any time of the day. I use it all the time that way. It's a little entrepreneur trick that many people don't use. Now it does.
I use it for everything else.
Yeah, my husband is like, in the living room, and he hears that Sherry get on Zoom. So he knows what I'm doing in my office, but that's his problem.
I love it when Siri, you're listening to a TV and Siri decides to say, well, I'm not sure what you're asking. And you're going, wasn't talking to you, but my watch has picked up something off the TV.
She asked me that the other day while I was taping an interview for my TV show. Like, I'm sorry. Siri had to get herself on TV. It was like, I didn't say anything remotely that I thought sounded like that, but apparently she did. Therefore.
Yeah. A friend of mine sent me this yesterday. I don't know if anybody can see it. Oh shoot, probably not.
I think you have
Turn
to
off
put
my blur. Just get rid of my blur.
world is just a cat playing with Australia. That's great.
Oh, I love it.
That's
and
funny.
New Zealand doesn't even get a mention. Wow.
Hey,
Huh?
Fred, what was that program swag that you had up the other day? What's it called?
Word swag.
Word swag.
Yeah. It's only available on iPhones or Macs. It's a iOS only, as we found out, Helen, didn't we?
iPhones, okay.
Yeah.
Or Mac, okay.
When I've tried to use it on my iPhone, though, it still comes up with the little lines all over it, and it says Pro, and it just won't let me use it. So I'm not sure what I've done, and it's on my iPhone. So
I'd probably reload it, just delete it and try again. Like I don't have the Pro version. I've just got a basic version on it. It works fine.
Is there a similar program for Android or Microsoft?
Nobby, you seem to be nodding your head. What are the names?
Well, I just looked it up and it said for Android on there.
Oh,
Okay.
Wordspace. Yeah. Oh.
I got to look it up now.
I went to the page earlier when Helen was asking about it offline, and it just indicated it was iOS only, that I wasn't aware of.
If you go to the Microsoft store, it's there.
Thank you. I have an iPhone now, but good, always good to know. So I'm just looking at that. Is that how people are they using that mostly for reels or for advertisement, or what are the usages of that for, Fred?
It's an image generator, so you can overlay text on an image. That's what it's really designed for. So I've been using it. You've noticed in some of my posts lately, I've been just putting up quotes on top of images. So basically creating a meme. So
okay.
That's all I've been using it for.
Oh, so kind of like what you do in Canva, you can do it on an app on your phone.
Yeah, and because I've got a Mac, it's available as a desktop version as well on the Mac.
Check it out.
Yeah.
Been using that Chat GPT, that AI thing. It crashed today. They've had too many people on it.
Yeah, if you go into beta.openai.com, there's the playground in there, which doesn't seem to crash as much. And
what's it called, Fred?
It's just Chat GPT is the website is chat.openai.com /chat. But if you go to beta.openai.com, it gives you a different front page. Obviously, you need to sign up, log in, or whatever. But once you do that, it's got a playground area where I'm finding that the actual Chat GPT is better and more functional, but this playground area, you're meant to be able to type in stuff and have it learn based on what you put in as well in a different environment. So I've been looking at both of those at the moment.
Yeah, it's amazing what it comes up with.
Oh, it's like I was talking to another client like yesterday, and we were just testing some stuff out on it and wanted to put a course together, and it just said, give me a course outline for this topic. And it did, and the bullet points on the course. And then you can take those bullet points and ask it to write an article on it. And it will. Now, whether that article is valid or not is up to you to really investigate and work out. But all of this is covered in my course on Saturday, which is available for $20.23.
I will share about a tool that you can use if you would like me to, Fred.
Yeah, sure. I'll just cover up on the course on Saturday, by the way.
Go ahead.
Everybody that's a member, there's no charge. So the charge is only for visitors. But if you're a paid member of CNP, which predominantly everybody is here, then you can come along at no cost. And that's for any future masterminds. That's the benefit. Okay.
Yes, that's awesome. Thank you for that opportunity. I love that to learn. So one of the things, I got a random email, and I actually I can't tell you why I opened it, because I get like hundreds a day, but I happened to open this particular one. Maybe it was the headline, I can't remember, but I was reading through it and I was like, I didn't know this was a thing. So you guys in Australia might know about it, because I believe it started in Australia, but most people in the States or in Canada, at least in events that I've been in, have used Eventbrite, which there's nothing wrong with Eventbrite. And you can do free events on there and it doesn't cost anything or whatever, but obviously there's a fee if you're collecting money or whatever. And there's some different options that you have on Eventbrite, but I actually opened this email and the story that was in there was on a company called Humantix.
Yep.
Humantix, TIX. Nobby's nodding his head. So I love this platform. So like, because I'm me, I responded back and said, this sounds really cool. I went and read the article that they cited where they were interviewed and said, I want to interview these people. So they set up an appointment. So I think she thought I wanted an overview, but I'd already gone and looked at the site. I mean, I let her go through and tell me how to use it and stuff, but I said, well, I want to interview the owner or the owners, or it's two guys, young guys. And I said, I want to interview them for my show. And, I help a lot of women entrepreneurs. So basically what the company does, it does the same thing that Eventbrite does. It's just that your fees actually go to a not-for-profit. So that one teaches, I think it's for children's literacy, and one is for feeding women and children, I think. I don't have it cemented in my head yet, but so that's what the fees go towards, is those two things. And it's two young guys that developed it. So I'm actually interviewing him next Friday, a week from Friday. So I'm like or maybe it's this Friday, I think. I'm very excited about that, because like, I think it's really cool that even if they have a way that you can become an affiliate, which I am an affiliate partner of it, but it's not money that I get. It's that I get to direct anything that I would earn to a not-for-profit. So if I earn because you guys use it, you're supporting the charities, but then what I earn supports another charity of my choice. I just think it's the coolest structure ever. You're going to pay the fees regardless. So, I mean, there's that, but getting that piece of it, I think, is really important. It's about impact, right? I mean, and I think it's a pretty cool site. So anyway, I just wanted to share that. And it works really the same, except it has some really other cool features. Like you can have it where if somebody doesn't want to attend your event, they can just put in a donation straight to the event. There's a lot of different options within the program. It pretty much has everything that Eventbrite has, and then some extra things. You can do webinars, you can do any kind of ticketing, any kind of thing like that you would do, you can do through that service.
And how is it spelled again, Sherry?
It's like human and then TIX. Humantix. Yeah, it's super fun. Yeah, I thought I would reach out to Jane and see if she might think about doing that. Just because I think, when you're using that and you're paying fees for your tickets anyway, like when we're doing summits and things like that, and we're holding business conferences and things like that. I mean, it's pretty amazing to do a give back you know, that, and the thing is, you get to use that as part of your marketing. And you actually can become, they have something on the site that is, when you sign up, it allows you to have like a, I don't know what you want to call it, like a banner, but it's like a company banner. Like you can have, it's a space that is like almost like a footer for your business, whatever it is, that clicks right into all of your stuff. The other thing is it allows you to put it onto an event page, and somebody gets to sign up and they never leave the event page. They don't have to go to another page like that. It literally stays in the same screen, which that was very impressive to me.
I have to check it out.
Anyway, yeah, so
do they have a free, like if you don't charge for, do they have a free option for ticketing as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool. I mean, like, and you could use it even through your, I mean, you could use it with this or any of your master classes or whatever. Obviously, most places you're going to pay some kind of a fee anyway, you know, why not contribute to.
Happy to donate, like as part of it, like you said, if you get the traffic, then you don't, like, you're going to spend money for advertising to get people to any event in most cases. So,
well, and I think the other thing is,
it's a good thing, you know,
in your marketing. So like, if we're going to ask the marketing man, like, you'd want to use that, you know, hey, I mean, I think this is a fun thing. Hey, obviously, hey, guess what? I know you're going to pay a fee, but guess what? This is what your fee is going to do. You're going to get to come to this, learn, have fun, but you're also going to be doing this when you get this ticket. Like, to me, it's a great marketing strategy to incorporate that, you know, the registrations or whatever is actually helping a cause.
Can you put the link in the chat box?
Well, I don't have a link, but
I got it.
I have an affiliate link, but yeah, there's that.
It's in the chat.
So I wonder what they'll do. Like, I mean, with me, I pay all the fees. You know, they just come out of my thing. So no, I guess will that work as a tax deduction for me?
Well, it will, because it's the same. Like your fees, that's advertising, so it's the same.
It's a donation. I mean, the only difference is there isn't, the big company isn't keeping your profit or keeping the fees. It's actually being pushed on to a not-for-profit.
It's still, because the Eventbrite started charging credit card fees and all sorts now too. So
yeah, but it's the same as like if you have PayPal fees, all of the fees are tax deductible, right? So it's still an expense. So I wouldn't see this being any different. I was just
wondering how they would manage it, whether you just keep track of it and just deduct it. It's okay. I'll figure it out.
Yeah, and I know you can pass it on to the customer. I guess you can look at it a different way. I mean, to different ways. You could either pass it on to the customer, or you can look at it as that is a donation that you write off as a tax deduction. I think it's probably
I was just trying to figure out when the customer would be willing to pay it, as you know.
Well, they're going to pay it regardless. Yeah, they don't ask you when they sign up for Eventbrite if they're willing to pay fees. They just pay it. You're the one agreeing to pay the fees. The difference is the fees are behind the scenes. That's not set up so that the customer is paying the fees. That fees are coming out of what somebody pays.
Well, you have an option. I mean, I can set it up so that the person buying the ticket pays the fees. I choose not to. So I just eat it all myself, but that's fine. I mean, if this would benefit people, that would be good.
Bye, Nobby.
See you, gang.
Bye, Nobby.
Good to see you. Yeah, I think, you know, I don't know, I'd feel better about writing it off if it was going to a charity.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, you're going to pay it either way. That's just the thing. It's going to go either way. It's just a matter of, you know, how you're gonna, I guess what it's gonna do, if anything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll have to check it out.
Anybody else have any questions or something that you want to share, a win or any of that? I made Mary share. Helen, you got any wins for us from last week?
Last week, God, so much has happened. But I would have to say, it was more actually being involved in Fred's masterclass on Saturday morning and seeing the potential of it and understanding it the way he explained it. That to me was a win, because I'm not very computer savvy, literate, that sort of thing. So it's nice to sort of be able to understand something. So I got quite a win out of that. And then I sat down afterwards and opened it up and typed in something, and up came it came. So it worked exactly how Fred showed it. So it was really good. So it was really good. Yeah.
Like, I feel so smart.
Yeah. So
it's fun when that happens. I'm not very tech savvy either, so I struggle with it. So when I get it to do something that I like, I'm like, yes, this is amazing.
I know. It's
actually going to be interesting to see where it goes, because like it still is a beta product, right? Although it's in public release, but it's still very much a work in progress. So, and it's like the tool itself is AI, so it's learning itself. But what they do with it and the way they, like at the moment, they've got a couple of parameters in there, and I still can't see the difference, even though I've played with them. Like they've got a temperature parameter and a couple of others that you can put in figures for those, and it's supposed to either make it suitable for a child to read or suitable for an intellectual to read. And that's the way it's meant to change it. Now, I haven't seen a lot of difference. Maybe it's because I'm not intellectual enough to read it, but who knows? But, so I didn't see much difference by changing those parameters. So I couldn't give a definitive answer. Like I started to put together a book using some of the tricks we showed on the weekend. And so I started to put together a book on creating content with ChatGPT. And I've got to clean it up now, because you can't just take the stuff and drop it in. And even though I kind of showed you could do that, but you've really got to edit it. And one of the things that came up was talking about these parameters. And I try to explain things in layman's speak when I talk about it, even in a whatever, and I couldn't explain it to myself. So I'm finding it difficult to explain to somebody else what these things do, right? And putting that in print or in type is difficult at the moment. So I'm still trying to get my head around that. Once I get that done, then that'll go into a chapter in the book. And then the book's going to go up on Amazon, and we'll see what happens.
Amazing.
Then we'll have to have an appointment to see you, okay?
Well,
I know, right?
You've got my calendar link. You can make an appointment anytime you like. It just costs you money.
Well, it's funny, just with that, I saw a post this morning from a networking event that I attended last Wednesday, and this guy's a photographer. So he used chat, whatever, and he typed in, he typed in who is the photographer, and he wrote his name. And it wrote a bio of him. It was quite long. He actually wrote a bio, and it came up with information about him. I didn't have time to read it, but I thought, that's incredible.
I'm going to have to do that now. That's challenging.
I know.
I want to see who I am.
It'd be a bit scary if it did actually come up with incredible. Well, I think he was quite impressed with the description of him. So who knows? I don't know.
Well,
I think it's interesting that and Fred, correct me if I'm wrong, if you did that and it came up accurately, it would mean and indicate that you are expressing your brand, your business, yourself well in the interwebs, right? I mean, like that would be what it would be saying.
Yeah, so some of the people here know Missy Henkel. Well, I was in one of her classes last week, and she does weekly training, sales training classes. and they were talking about elevator pitches, right? And she talks about cutting it down to a minimum. So you're not giving, a full description of what you do or the product you sell or anything. So I was cutting it down to a minimum. Well, what I did was while we were on the call, I actually jumped into ChatGPT and I said, give me an elevator pitch for an online marketing strategist. And it came up with what I could effectively use with no problem, right? Talked about helping with SEO, helping with websites, helping with this, helping with that. Like pretty much what I used to say. and I could take, so if you want, and everybody should try it, like for whatever you want to sell, and just give me an elevator pitch, which is basically a 15-second or 30-second pitch on whatever topic. And it nailed it for me,
Wow.
That's
You won't have
super
to
cool.
do anything.
The thing about that is you can do, like, and one of the issues I had last year was when I get into a room, my elevator pitch would change because I'd offer so many services, right? Like I talk about websites once, I'd talk about CRMs next, I'd talk about autoresponders, we talk about coaching, we talk about whatever. So it would change. But now, what I'm doing is just sowing a seed, and we're testing the thing with the $7 connection at the moment. So I'll do that for a month and see how that works. But my gut feel is I'll end up going back to my original where I talk about the bigger picture of what I actually did.
Anybody else want to share a win before we hop off? Sue?
Well, I just had a really great event last Friday at Selling on the Spot Marketplace. So
that's awesome. How many do you have? 17?
I had 18 registered, yeah, and 2 people. One was a sick and one was a no-show because she couldn't get her shit together.
Well, that'll happen.
Like, oh, geez.
I hate when that happens.
It was a good event, and Brenda got a whole ton of yeses for what she was offering. So
awesome.
Winner.
And she was a winner too. Yeah.
Connect. You and Helen should connect because it could be a good opportunity for Helen as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, awesome.
See you
all right, guys.
We're gonna wrap up. Sorry, Brenda, I took over when you weren't here.
I appreciate it, Sherry.
You can wrap us up if you want, but I know Fred's got
have a great day, a great night, wherever you are. Okay.
Yes, it's gonna be night here. So thank you, everybody. We will see you. There's a meeting tomorrow, and then the next night, let's see, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, and then Thursday at 4 p.m. Central, or 3 p.m. Central. That one's mine. Join us if you can.
8 a.m. our time in Melbourne, Friday.